You're working, you're earning, you're not starving, but you're not increasing either. Every month the same number hits your account. Every year you tell yourself this is the year you'll break through. And every December you look back and realize you finished where you started, just 12 months older, 12 months more tired, and the same income. Meanwhile, you've been praying, tithing, sowing, believing, and the income hasn't moved. Here's what nobody told you. God is not against your increase. He authored it, but increase has rules. And most Christians have never been taught the difference between asking for more and positioning for more. So they pray and pray and pray and nothing changes. I've stood where you're standing. I've prayed those prayers, and I'll tell you the truth. My income did not move until I stopped asking God for more and started obeying what He had already written about how more works. So today, I'm not handing you motivation. I'm not handing you affirmations. I'm handing you 5 biblical steps for increasing your income, pulled directly from Scripture, tested in my own life, and built for the believer who already has something but wants God to multiply it. Not for the broke starting from zero. We covered that already. This is for the one with a job, with a skill, with a small business, with something, who is ready to take the lid off. Stay with me, because step 4 is the one almost no Christian will take. And it's the one that will move your number faster than any of the others. The Bible has more to say about income, increase, multiplication, and wages than your last 12 sermons combined. God is not silent on how money grows. He laid it out across Old Testament and New. And the principles He gave do not change with the economy, the industry, or the country you live in. They are biblical, they are eternal, and they work whether your current income is $1,000 a month or $10,000. 5 steps, 5 scriptures, 5 obediences that move the number. Step 1. Become excellent where you already are. Daniel chapter 6 verse 3. Now Daniel so distinguished himself among the administrators and the satraps by his exceptional qualities that the king planned to set him over the whole kingdom. Read that slowly. The king planned to promote him. Daniel didn't ask. Daniel didn't lobby. Daniel didn't even know it was happening. The king saw something, and the king moved. That word exceptional in the original Aramaic is yatir. It means surpassing, superior, beyond. Daniel was so good at his current job that promotion became inevitable. This is the principle most Christians miss. We pray for the next level while we're sleeping through the current one. We ask God for a bigger room while we're not even cleaning the one He gave us. Matthew 25 verse 21. His master said to him, "Well done, good and faithful servant. You have been faithful over a little. I will set you over much." Increase is not given to those who simply want it. Increase is given to those who have already proven faithful with the smaller version of it. I'll tell you what happened in my own life. There was a season where I was the most replaceable version of myself in my role. I clocked in, I did the minimum, I clocked out, and I prayed every Sunday for God to elevate me. Nothing moved. Then I read Daniel 6, and something in me snapped. I started showing up early. I started learning what was beyond my job description. I started asking not what is required of me, but what would make me indispensable. The income moved within months. Same God, same job, different obedience. Here's what I need you to do. Tonight, write down the answer to one question. What would make me 10 times more valuable in my current role? Then start doing it Monday morning. Not for the boss, not for the paycheck. As unto the Lord. Colossians 3 verse 23. Step 2. Sow where you already eat. Genesis 26 verse 12. Isaac sowed in that land in the same year and reaped 100-fold, and the Lord blessed him. Pause on the context. There was famine in the land. Everyone else was leaving. Isaac wanted to leave too, and God told him to stay. Genesis 26 verse 2 and 3. Do not go down to Egypt. Stay in the land where I tell you to live. So Isaac stayed, and he sowed, and in the same year he reaped 100-fold. Most Christians are waiting for a relocation, a reset, a different season, a different city, a different industry, to start sowing seeds of increase. They keep telling themselves, when I get out of this place, I'll start. So they sit in the very place God told them to be in, doing nothing, and wonder why nothing grows. You sow where you already eat. The skill that pays your salary. That is the seed. Plant it on the side. Use it to serve someone else. Charge for it. Package it. Teach it. I'll tell you the moment this hit me. There was a skill I used every weekday from 9 to 5, the same skill that was sitting completely unused after 6 p.m. and on weekends. I started taking on small clients on the side using that exact same skill. 2 of them, then 4. Within a year, the side income had quietly grown to something I never could have prayed my way into. Same skill, same hours in a day. Different obedience. Galatians 6 verse 7. A man reaps what he sows. If you don't sow, you don't reap. You can pray for harvest until your knees bleed. Without seed in the ground, the field will stay empty. Here's what I need you to do. Look at your current job, your current skill, your current expertise. Ask one question. Who would pay for a slice of this on the side? A cook can sell meals on weekends. A coder can take freelance projects after hours. A teacher can tutor. A driver can do deliveries. A nurse can consult. A graphic designer can list services on Fiverr tonight. The seed is already in your hand. Stop waiting for a different field. Sow this one. Step 3. Solve a bigger problem for more people. Proverbs 18 verse 16. A man's gift makes room for him and brings him before the great. That word gift in Hebrew is matan. It means an offering, something extended outward. Your gift is not a trophy you carry around. It's an offering you extend toward people who need it. And the size of the room you walk into is determined by the size of the problem your gift solves. Mark 10 verse 43 to 45. Whoever wants to become great among you must be your servant, and whoever wants to be first must be slave of all. For even the Son of Man came not to be served, but to serve. Jesus laid out the entire economy of the kingdom in those 2 sentences. Greatness is measured by how many you serve. And income, sustainable, growing, multiplied income, follows the same law. The more problems you solve, and the bigger the problems you solve, the more money flows toward you. Stop asking, how do I make more money? That is the wrong question. Ask, whose problem can I solve, and how many of them are there? A plumber who only knows how to unclog drains earns 1 wage. A plumber who learns commercial systems earns 3 times that. A plumber who builds a team that handles entire buildings earns 10 times that. Same trade. Different problem solved. Different scale. Joseph in Genesis 41 didn't get promoted because he was a good prisoner. He got promoted because he solved Pharaoh's problem. A problem no one else in the kingdom could solve. Genesis 41 verse 40. Pharaoh said, "You shall be over my house, from the prison floor to second in command of all of Egypt." 1 problem solved at scale. I'll tell you what changed for me. The day I stopped focusing on what I wanted to earn and started focusing on what I could fix for people who had money, that was the day my income stopped crawling and started running. Because the market does not pay you for your effort. The market pays you for the problem you remove from someone's life. Here's what I need you to do. Look at the people around you. The market around you. What is breaking? What is hard? What is annoying? What costs people time and money that they would gladly pay someone to fix? That is your gold mine. The problem is the door. Your gift is the key. Step 4. Open your mouth and ask. This is the step almost no Christian will take, and it is the one that moves the number faster than any of the others. Esther chapter 5. The queen of Persia walks into a king's court, uninvited, at risk of her life, and she asks. She asks for her people. She asks for her future. The king extends the scepter and offers her up to half of the kingdom. Daniel chapter 1 verse 12. Daniel proposes a test to the chief official. Give us vegetables and water for 10 days. He didn't accept the default that was placed in front of him. He proposed an alternative. He asked. Genesis 30. Jacob negotiated his wages with Laban. Verse 31. What shall I give you? Jacob said, You shall not give me anything, if you will do this for me. And he laid out the terms. He didn't say, just give me whatever you think is fair. He named the deal. Most Christians have never asked for a raise. Most Christians have never raised their rates. Most Christians have never said to a client, no, the price is going up. They spiritualize timidity. They call fear humility. They sit and pray for an increase that requires their mouth to open. James 4 verse 2. You do not have because you do not ask. I cried over this verse because I realized I had been begging God to give me what he was waiting for me to walk in and request. So I did it. I asked, with a printed page of everything I had brought to the table over the previous 12 months. I didn't beg. I didn't apologize. I came with data. The yes came faster than 2 years of prayer ever produced, because the conversation God was waiting on was the one I had been too afraid to have. Proverbs 22 verse 29. Do you see a man skilled in his work? He will stand before kings. The skilled man stands. He doesn't kneel and hope. He stands, and kings see him. Here's what I need you to do this week. If you're employed, book a meeting with your boss. Bring a 1-page document of your impact. Ask for the raise. If you're freelancing, raise your rates on the next client who comes in. If you're running a business, review your prices and adjust them upward where the market supports it. The number does not move until your mouth does. Step 5. Multiply through others, not through more of yourself. Exodus 18 verses 17 and 18. Jethro looked at Moses doing everything alone, judging every dispute, hearing every case from morning till evening, and said, "What you are doing is not good. You and these people who come to you will only wear yourselves out. The work is too heavy for you. You cannot handle it alone." Then verse 21, select capable men, place them over the people, let them judge the small matters. Bring only the hard cases to you. Moses' productivity multiplied the moment he stopped being the bottleneck. The same hours in his day, the same one Moses. But now there were dozens of capable men carrying the load, and the entire nation was served better, faster, and more thoroughly than Moses alone could have ever served them. This is the step where income transforms from a wage into wealth. Because as long as your income depends only on the hours you personally work, there is a hard ceiling above your head. You can only sell so many hours. You only have 24 of them. And you have to sleep. Look at the Proverbs 31 woman. Verse 15, she gives food to her household and portions to her servant girls. She had servant girls. She wasn't doing everything herself. Verse 16, she considers a field and buys it. She's investing, making her money work even when she's not. Verse 24, she makes linen garments and sells them and supplies sashes for the merchants. She's not retailing one by one, she's wholesaling. She built a system. Solomon hired 30,000 laborers, 70,000 carriers, 80,000 stonecutters, and 3,300 foremen to build the temple. 1 Kings 5. He didn't lift one stone. He directed the project. When I made the leap from doing everything myself to bringing on help, paying someone $10 to do what was eating 4 hours of my time so I could focus on the thing only I could do, that's the moment my income started compounding. Not adding, compounding. Because the thing only I could do was worth far more per hour than the help I hired. The math worked the moment I let it. Here's what I need you to do. Look at where your time is the bottleneck. The thing you keep doing that someone else could do for $10 an hour, freeing you to do the thing only you can do that earns 100. That trade is the beginning of leverage. Hire help, outsource, train someone. Let your money go to work in investments while you sleep. Index funds, real estate, ownership in something that grows whether you show up or not. The income that doesn't depend on your alarm clock is the income that compounds. Ecclesiastes 4 verse 9. 2 are better than 1, because they have a good reward for their toil. You will not multiply alone. You were not designed to. Now hear me. These 5 steps are not theory. They are not motivation. They are obedience. And they require something most Christians have never been asked to give to their finances: discipline. You can pray for an income increase every single Sunday for the next 10 years and watch nothing happen. Or you can become excellent in your current role, sow seeds where you already eat, solve a bigger problem for more people. Open your mouth and ask and multiply through others. And watch God move things you've been begging Him to move for a decade. Deuteronomy 8 verse 18, remember the Lord your God, for it is He who gives you the ability to produce wealth. Ability, not the wealth itself. The ability. He's already given you the capacity, the wisdom, the skill, the boldness, the mouth to ask, the hands to multiply. But the ability sits unused if you do not pick it up. You are not stuck. You are not capped. You are not at your ceiling. You are simply standing in front of 5 steps God already gave you, and you have not taken them yet. Take one this week. Just one. Pick the step that scares you the most. That's almost always the one you need first, and obey it. Then come back next month and tell me your number didn't move. If this hit something inside you, like the video so more believers who need to hear this can find it. Share it with one person who has been praying for an increase that requires more than prayer. And subscribe to Bible Flame, because we are not here to entertain you. We are here to hand you the word that works. And in the comments below, drop the number. Which of the 5 hit you the hardest, and which one are you taking this week? 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5? Drop it now, and let's hold each other to it. Your income is not waiting on God. God is waiting on you. Take the step.